I mean, we watched Rick and Morty last night, and there was a new episode of season 6 that we saw. Um, we had
I
Crest.
think I didn't see the new episode of season 6. I still haven't gotten through season 5.
Oh yeah,
You haven't even finished season 5?
No, I don't have Hulu.
Damn.
I know. It is big rough. I watched that movie, Shockingly Evil, Horrifically Vile, like, what's it called? The movie Ted Bundy.
yeah, I did not get the chance to see that.
Like, I watched it this morning, and man, it's pretty good. They don't, like, show, like, any, like, horrific parts. It's more so like about like the trial and whatnot, but it's still good.
Okay, and you could talk about that if you want.
Yeah, I guess so. Man, it's kind of hard to spoil it, but it happened. 30 plus dead people. Women.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Killed. They only found 30 of his bodies. they
I don't know how many people he killed.
they I mean they official is that they could find and identify as he killed was 30.
Yeah,
But there were more bodies that they just couldn't prove and link them.
30 is enough though.
So yeah, 30 is enough. 30 will do. That'll do, donkey.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Thank you guys for coming in to the 9th episode of the Shid podcast. I am Eli or Elijah, and we got Dax and Ethan here today. Today we are talking about whatever comes up in conversation. We're just going to talk about some stuff, and whatever it branches off into, and we're just going to have a good time.
So, okay, hear me out. If a select few crackheads in the world got superpowers, do you think we'd have more of like a boys type situation on our hands, or would we just have like a bunch of Hancocks flying around?
I haven't seen The Boys.
Same, but I know it's kind of like these people with superpowers that kind of like they're like a hit squad, or like they go around and they kill people. And I don't know how it works, but
It's like superheroes, but they're human.
it's like superhero. That's an amazing explanation.
Oh, if you gave like a human with all their human problems superpowers, and they wouldn't be able to like control them efficiently because they also do bad shit because they're human, or part human.
Yeah, I don't think they would be superheroes. I think they would be super villains.
You think we'd just have a bunch of supervillains, and we'd have to go ahead and get like some vigilantes like Batman to step up?
Yeah, would have to rehabilitate one of those drug addicts and turn them into a superhero.
Rehabilitate the one that turned into Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because if you don't, that guy's just gonna walk around turning water into Coors Light and smashing into everything.
We can't have that now, can we?
No, it wouldn't be super great. Not for the environment, at least. But I imagine you'd probably have like a lot of supervillains just going and robbing drug addicts and drug dealers. Going up to the cartel. I know you got that.
Just
Damn. Superman on heroin.
What have you been up to, Eli?
What?
What have you been up to?
Dude, I've been telling you this every week. I don't do anything. I literally do not. I got fucking... I went to go get my tags today for my car, And they told me I can't have an Ohio license plate because my car isn't from Ohio, so...
Oh.
What?
That's weird.
I need to get an Ohio fucking title for it or something.
What the fuck? So you can only have cars that are manufactured or like sold in Ohio, or like
it's just the whole process to change it over to be an Ohio car from a California car.
See, I never went through that process to go and turn my Georgia car into an Arizona car.
Do you still have Georgia plates on it?
No, I have Arizona plates on it.
Well, how did you get Arizona plates then?
I went to the DMV and I fucking went and registered my car. I asked to go ahead, filled out the form, paid the money, and then they gave me plates.
Wow.
Yeah, Arizona DMVs are like really strange because like they're not like ran by the state at all. They are like kind of like you could open up a DMV if you wanted to and had enough money to. Like they're weird. So I just walked into a DMV that was in a strip mall and then fucking walked out with some plates, put them on my car, and then drove off. I plan on doing the same thing, later on this year if I have to get California plates for the horse with no name.
We went and we completed the quest to see the biggest tree in the world, General Sherman, and we also saw the third biggest tree in the world, which was General Grant. It was a 5.5-hour drive up to the Sequoia National Park. But it was crazy up there. The trees were a lot bigger than I thought they were going to be. But now thinking about it, that's the biggest it's ever going to get. Like,
yeah.
There's no getting bigger than the biggest, and that's kind of like that's the limitations of Earth right now.
Yeah, that's the limitations of Earth. The trees can only get twice the size of a Boeing 747.
I want bigger trees.
You could live in a knocked over one, like comfortably.
Yeah, you could. But like, I want to see what trees, if they would like to evolve on a planet that has the atmosphere from like millions of years ago on our planet, how big they would grow. I want to see how big trees lived when it was millions and millions of years ago on Earth. That would be pretty cool.
Like if there was just more oxygen in the environment and more nutrients in the soil, and the trees would be able to evolve to go ahead and be bigger and bigger because they could go ahead and sustain themselves because they have so much more nutrients all around.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. But I would also, like, what would interest me a little bit more would be if, like, trees were to evolve in, like, different atmospheric pressures and, like, totally different environments that would be totally foreign to Earth, like if Earth had, like, Jupiter's atmosphere. Like, how would plants grow to evolve and stuff like that? And an environment that has totally, and like, it doesn't have oxygen on that planet. Like what is Jupiter's planet made of? It's like nitrogen and false. No, what the hell is it? I don't want to go and get out random. All I know is that it's combustible.
I got this book that shows me every state park in America, and there's 63 of them, and I currently have 2 filled out in my book. So I think it would be a really cool quest idea to go throughout my life, one by one, check out all the state parks around the world, or just America. Yeah,
a lot of people do that.
And like, I definitely want to visit stuff like Alaska and Hawaii. And I see so many like state parks are in there already. That's just a cool excuse to go in the future.
I mean, you're talking a few years down the line.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've always made big plans way too far ahead of time.
Yeah, we'll see how far they get executed. They they might not be executed properly or at all. We'll just have to see. You've never been outside of California except for like that 1 or 2 times we went to Nevada.
Yeah, that was about it.
Damn, so the furthest you've ever been outside of California is Reno.
That's not very far away. But I definitely
No.
get my truck all fixed up and then go out on a road trip.
I mean, if you can't, like, what's the issue with your truck right now? Is it just like oil issues?
Yeah, starter oil leak. It's the original starter from 1997. Um, Maybe if I wanted an AC, I could get that taken care of as well.
And yeah, man, buy an AC. I wonder how much an AC would cost for
Yeah,
that truck. I can't imagine that your starter would cost more than $200 to $300.
yeah, I don't know.
And then your oil. You have an oil leak.
Slow leak.
So are you like putting oil in it as you drive?
Every once in a while, I put more oil in it. Yeah.
Ah, man. So that shouldn't be a huge issue, but you should probably go ahead and have Manny figure out the part that needs to be taken care of that is leaking, and then buy that part. And then it'll probably run like a song.
Yeah. So I don't know anything about cars.
Guesstimation if you just bought the parts, it'd probably run you like 700.
Ah.
I don't know.
So Eli, tell me what you thought about episode, the first episode of season 6 of Rick and Morty.
It was interesting. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it was going to be, honestly. It kind of
Really?
didn't really keep my attention most of the time.
Oh, okay. I thought it was interesting. I liked it, but I just like, I mean, I think Rick and Morty is cool either way. I like every episode.
What about in season 5? How far into season 5 are you, Ethan?
Third episode, the last episode that I actually watched.
Okay. So the 4th episode is actually the most controversial episode of that show. So I won't say anything about it until after Ethan has seen it. But it's... yeah.
Does that mean I have to drive to UC today?
Absolutely.
What are you doing today, Daxter?
I have school until 7.
Okay, what are you doing tomorrow?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay, I'll come over tomorrow because I gotta go get my DOT physical done in the morning, so.
Alright.
What do you need a DOT physical for?
To drive an ambulance.
Oh.
Yeah. If I go ahead and drive the ambulance, I can go ahead and be the EMT.
Awesome.
Makes sense.
Your boy's making way. You're gonna be driving your grandma to the hospital. Be afraid.
Be afraid. 790.
If you hear mom
Actually, near the end.
while you're in there, you should be...
Listen, okay, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and drive people safely to the hospital. Safely.
Yeah.
Yes. But I would be afraid if my EMT is blasting Motley Crue while he's zooming down the highway.
Yeah, well, you're not supposed to, like, fucking gun it in an ambulance even when you're code 3. you're like actually only supposed to drive like 70 miles an hour on a highway.
Ah,
Most.
okay. Hmm.
You are not supposed to go out like rapid transport. Does not mean fucking speed.
Okay. Take
Like
your.
rapid transport just means move people out of the way and somewhat disregard stop signs and also use red lights as yields.
Ah, I see. Just drive fast but safe.
Yeah, drive fast but safe. But you're not actually fucking gunning it and then fucking plowing through intersections. That's how people get killed. But it is interesting. It is fun. It would
I.
be a cool job. By far the coolest job I've ever had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been playing through. I just got 2 new games. I've been playing through Subnautica and this new game I just got called Through the Fire and the Flood, which is this cutesy little game with this cool little art style. It's a survival game where you're riding a raft down like these river rapids with your dog, and you're stopping at islands every once in a while to collect supplies and like warm up from like the rain or stuff like that. And I really liked the art style, and I got it simply because the music was made by Chuck Reagan, and Chuck Reagan, he's the lead singer of Hot Water Music, which is one of my favorite bands. And as soon as I heard
No,
that,
Ronald Reagan.
like, I was just like, "Damn, I'm getting this game." And so far, it's a pretty solid survival game because my first experience with it, I was like riding down the rivers, and I thought like, oh, this is pretty simple, not hard at all. And then I got off on an island where there are like wolves on this island, and they like circled around me when I was trying to run away. They nipped at me, and I couldn't run anymore. So now I'm like trying to walk back desperately to my raft with like 3 wolves on all sides of me and just like picking at me. And like this cute little character I was playing as, like there was blood all over the place. And then like they just started crawling across the ground until they died. And shit was brutal.
shit was wow, my guy.
And then I got bit by a rattlesnake and then like rushed off into the river and rammed into a rock and died. So it's a pretty it tells pretty good stories when I'm playing it. Like I've been getting into survival games a lot more lately. Like before Subnautica, I was into this game called The Long Dark, which it was a survival game that takes place in like Canada, where there is like an electricity shock that takes out all power in the world, and like it's just snowing forever, and you're like trapped inside of this Arctic cold, and your only job is to like survive and stay warm. And they tried to make it like the most realistic like survival experience that you could do, and it's really cool and also really challenging because like in that game you also get hunted by wolves, and like they chase you for like miles and miles while you're like limping away from them, and I'm like missing all of my shots with this rifle. It's just like super
Good
immersive.
shit.
Oh yeah. And then recently like Subnautica, oh my god, Subnautica, I what the fuck, how do you even talk about this game without even just like taking a second to breathe? Because I'm gonna be talking so much. This game, how does nobody ever
Cool.
how does nobody ever thought about a game that takes place underwater before that? I mean, like the whole game is underwater, and like you get to pilot a submarine, and it feels like you're actually piloting the submarine and swimming through. Like when you look down and there's nothing below you, it's actually terrifying. And like seeing shadows and like giant sea creatures around you trying to kill you makes you shit your pants. It's not advertised as a horror game, but it like Subnautica is for sure a horror game.
I mean, it definitely does go ahead and feed into that whole entire, like, fuck the ocean, because, like, you don't know what's down there. Like, and it's only scary because, like, evolutionarily, like, humans evolved to be, like, oh, what's afraid of the unknown. Because, like, if we know what it is, we don't fear it so much. Just like how, like, whenever we went to Square, we saw a fucking bear, like, 20 feet away from us, from the safety of us. Like, we knew that it was a bear, and that fact was scary, but we also knew that it couldn't get to us. But if,
Yeah.
you just, like, heard something that was, like, really big and growly outside of your tent at night and you couldn't see it, well, then that's a lot more scary because, like, even though, like, you can't see it, you don't know what it is, and it can possibly get to you. Like, that's what would make Subnautica more of a horror game, and from my perspective. Like, playing through the game myself, I played through it whenever it first came out. It was really fun. But at the same time, I kind of felt like I had speed ran that game. And then whenever I wanted to go ahead and do my second playthrough, I spawned out on the fucking life draft, and I was just like, I don't feel like doing all this again. And I just quit.
I see. Like, replay value isn't very high.
Yeah. I was like, shit. Because you're just, like, it's you going out and collecting the materials to go ahead and do, all the cool shit. And all the cool shit doesn't take place until later on in the game. And it takes fucking forever to get to that point.
Spending the first 10 hours looking for sea moth fragments and cyclops fragments was not fun.
Oh, yeah, not exactly my idea of, like, oh man, this is so enticing. But it was fun the first time because, like, I was just going around doing stuff, exploring, and then I would find it on the way. But it's like, the second time around, it's like, I don't want to explore, I just want the shit.
What the good?
Yeah. I just want the good shit. Just gotta dive down here, get the thing, get out. Not even gotta listen to a PDF. Like, gay. But, it was really fun the first time, and I guess that's what counts for a game.
I gotta get Ethan to try Elden Ring. He has not played it.
Not touched Elden Ring.
I have not touched Elden Ring.
Interesting.
The only Souls type game that I've ever beaten was Jedi Fallen Order.
You haven't played any Soulsborne games.
No, I've played Dark Souls 1 and 2, but I haven't beaten them. Wait, no, I didn't play Dark Souls 2. I played Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1.
I mean, I have Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 1, Bloodborne, Sekiro. That's actually all of them, I think, except for Demon Souls. You could just take your. I'll show you all of the games. You can give me a review of them. Like, which one had the best combat? Which one had the best visuals? I can tell you that right off the bat.
Well, I mean, I would probably want one that had, like, better combat and wouldn't be, like, all, like, dodgy and rolly so much as, like, the first Dark Souls game is.
Oh.
I mean, like, less so just because, like, that was kind of my playing style in Jedi Fallen Order. And I would like run at people a lot, and I know that you can't really do that in Dark Souls games.
You want less dodge roll mechanics? So, the game with the most dodge roll mechanics would be Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3. Because Bloodborne, there is no shield. And your only way of evading enemy attacks is to dodge and evade their attacks. When also in Dark Souls, you had the option to dodge roll or use your shield to block. And more often than not, you would probably block. But like magic attacks, you had to dodge. But in Bloodborne, your only defense is to evade, and then you get right up in their face, and then you smack them around, right? And then there's Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, where you play as a shinobi ninja, and in that game you don't really have a like you do have a dodge and evade button, but it's kind of shit. And you're more likely the game wants you to be up in your enemy's face at all times because there's no stamina bar, and you want to be up in their face, pressing L1 to deflect and parry all of their attacks, and like you want them to hit you, so that way you can create an opening for yourself to hit them back. It's really satisfying.
Yeah, when Sekiro dies twice, it's like like I don't really know how to describe it. Yes, I did have a bit more fun with it than like the like Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1. But it was like you're a glass cannon, like very much a glass cannon.
Oh yeah, that's what you are in every game.
Like, but you're like you have to be like moving constantly. Like you are constantly running around. It's cool that you can go ahead and like climb shit and whatnot. Like I like that. Kind of added a second layer to it, but like I just don't really know like how to describe the turn off from it for me. I guess maybe I'm just like not that type of gamer. I just don't really play those types of games. I like shit like Fallout or Halo.
Yeah.
Like or even like Call of Duty. I like Call of Duty. Well, MW was the last good Call of Duty.
Modern Warfare 2 is about to come out next month.
What year is it?
What?
Dude,
What year is it? Modern Warfare 2 is about to come out?
Modern Warfare 2 again, baby. Let's go.
Dude, it's gonna be Rust on that? That was my favorite map.
They have Rust on the
exactly.
Modern Warfare 2019.
Yeah. Fact, dude, you want 1v1 me, Rust?
Dude, I stopped giving a shit about Call of Duty games a long time ago. Like,
Yeah.
I think World War was the last Call of Duty game that I played.
Wait, which one?
World War II.
I never
That
That
played
one was
that one.
dog shit.
No.
Yeah, I played through the campaign on that and did a little multiplayer, and then never touched a Call of Duty game again.
Makes sense. I didn't even touch the campaign for World War II. I just played the zombies and said this was dog shit and left. Played a little bit of the multiplayer, said it was also dog shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I play the Modern Warfare, and I've been playing Cold War.
Yeah, MW 2019 was really fucking good. Like, it was the best MW, it was the best Call of Duty game, in my opinion, that they had put out in years. And
then they came out with Cold War, and Cold War was shit.
Yeah,
and then they came out with Vanguard, and Vanguard was shit.
Vanguard was even more shit than Cold War.
And
like,
now they're coming out with Modern Warfare 2 again.
Modern Warfare 2 2022.
They really ran out of ideas.
Yeah, they're just like, it's got the Modern Warfare name on it, it'll sell big. Let's go.
I mean, I want to see how it does. If it plays like MW in 2019, then
it's
I'll
supposed
get
to
it.
be on a completely different engine than Modern
Is
Warfare
it
2019.
Well, as
Then I
Modern
don't think I want it.
Warfare game.
What happened?
Is it the same Modern Warfare 2 as we know, or is it a new game?
It's a whole new game.
It's a new game.
Whole new experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Weird.
Like
Why?
how MW 2019 it was a new game. It wasn't actually MW4.
Yeah, it wasn't a remaster of Modern Warfare 4 or Modern Warfare.
It was just Modern Warfare. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
They've also run out of names too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Vanguard was an interesting name, but a terrible game.
Terrible execution.
And there's
Ghost
one game ever centered around the Cold War, and it's a terrible game.
Yeah. I mean, Call of Duty Ghosts had a nice spin on everything, but it was it was like the public didn't like it.
It was the mechanics of the game that was shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
I thought the visuals in Ghost was really good, and the alien mode was a nice spin on the
It looked
zombie.
good. It looked like a good game, but the playment was just not there. Wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, I saw.
I totally skipped Call of Duty Ghost. I was still playing MW2, or not MW, Black Ops 2 at the time.
I think I was too. I think I was just playing
Yeah.
Black Ops 2.
Because Black Ops 2 was
And then
shit.
everybody's favorite Advanced Warfare came out. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was so great. Sledgehammer really put themselves in the limelight with that, didn't they?
I mean, that was their first Call of Duty game ever, and they put jetpacks in it. Like, come on.
I know. Fucking Call of Duty game. Yeah. And then they went and did Black Ops 3 and then did the same shit. But Black
And then
Ops 3
Infinite
was
Warfare
actually
did the same shit.
kind of. Yeah, that's true. And then people got sick of the fucking advanced shit. And then they did it again in BO4 after they said that they weren't going to.
BO4 had it too?
Guys, somewhat, it was like a really ghetto jetpack and like advanced movement. It had like wall running and whatnot. And so it was like a dumbed down version of that, and people still didn't like it. And then
Sledgehammer Games has made 3 Call of Duty games, and they have all been garbage. Like they made Advanced Warfare, they made World War II, and they made fucking Vanguard, and they're all 3 trash games.
I'm really glad Titanfall is still a popular game.
Is it?
Titanfall 2 is still kicking. Like, and it plays fucking great. The campaign for Titanfall 2 was awesome with like that one level with the time travel mechanic, and then you swap through 2 different versions of the same level that you were on was ingenious. And like the multiplayer was something I actually got into back in the day when I was playing Titanfall 2.
See,
I never played Titanfall 2. I played the original.
Yeah, I played the first Titanfall whenever it came out, and I remember I had a lot of fun on it, playing the multiplayer, but I didn't have anyone else to play with, so I forgot about it. And then Titanfall 2 came out, and I played the multiplayer a little bit because I borrowed it from a friend. And it was still fun, but it was also kind of like whatever. And then I just wound up not putting a lot of time into it. Like, it's weird because I, had fun playing the Titanfall games, but then, as soon as I went and put it down, I, never touched it again. Played it for, a day or 2, and had said, man, that was fun. Put it down.
Damn. The campaign for Titanfall 2 is one of my favorite FPS campaigns. Just because of how creative it was. And it was, short and sweet as well. So it had a lot of replayability, and it wasn't, long and agonizing like most Call of Duty campaigns. You gotta sit through all of these, cutscenes and shit. It's just, you're in the thick of it, and this level has a theme. Go ahead and do it. I liked that play on it. It was like an arcade, it was like an arcade feeling FPS game.
Yeah, no, it was good. Nothing against the game itself, but I don't think they're gonna make a Titanfall 3.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't. I mean, it was a pretty good game. I wonder if it made a lot of sales. I bet it did.
It probably didn't. And putting it on Game Pass probably didn't help it out.
Oh, because now it's just free for everybody to play.
Yeah. That's probably the only reason why it's still kicking, because I haven't heard of Titanfall 2 in fucking years. That game, at least from what I heard, it did not do good. Which kind of sucks, because fun. It's just no one gave a shit about it.
Are there any new games we're looking forward to coming out?
I'm really looking. I mean, yeah, I am interested in Modern Warfare 2. I'm gonna take a look at that, see if it's good before I decide on getting it or not. Because
yeah, me too. Because the past couple of Call of Duties were really iffy.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. Call of Duty has gotten a lot harder to just sit down and play nowadays because everybody, even in public games, just give it their all constantly. And it's kind of annoying.
I heard Slime Rancher 3 is in the work. Or Slime Rancher 2, I mean.
That would be fun.
Oh, is it?
The first one was good.
Yeah. It's just exciting.
You know what needs to come out? Fucking Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
No, they're just gonna re-release Skyrim on the PS5.
Oh,
They
they already
already did
did.
that.
Yeah.
It already exists on the PS5. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
From PS2 to PS5 all the way.
Well, PS3, but yeah.
It looks like it could play on the PS2. No, that's Oblivion. Is Oblivion on the PS5?
Probably.
No. No, it's not. Oblivion is barely on the Xbox.
I have Oblivion on my Xbox.
I have Oblivion on my Xbox too, but like it's only on there because it's backwards compatible.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't remaster Oblivion, although I wish they would, because Oblivion was my favorite Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, Oblivion's pretty unplayable not to me right now.
No, that is the best Elder Scrolls ever. It was the thing that got me into like the whole entire like fantasy and magic, and like what made me think that like fucking knights and Dungeons and Dragons was cool as a kid. Like, even though I never had anyone to play Dungeons and Dragons with growing up, but like I played fucking Oblivion, and we had like minotaurs and fucking like all cool types of fucking shit, and like I found a unicorn at one point on accident and stole it thinking it was a horse, and then I got off of it and it killed me. And I just have so many good memories on Oblivion. And yeah, the graphics are dog shit, but like you can always go and put on PC and put on some graphics mods that would fix it, because I mean, and yeah, like combat's not the best in the world, but it's still a hell of a lot better than Morrowind.
I remember forgetting to save in Skyrim and then getting stuck inside of a cliff and then never being able to get out and having to restart my whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would happen quite often.
That blows chunks, my guy.
It's upsetting how they keep re-releasing Skyrim and it always has the same problems from the start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I just want a new fucking Elder Scrolls game. Like the next one is gonna be in was it Fall Creek or
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I know they announced it like 4 years ago though.
Oh, it's been announced.
It's been announced for a while. It's the place where I think the High Elves come from. I don't think they're...
The sequel to God of War Ragnarok, did that already come out?
I think it comes out next year.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that because the first remake of the God of War series, like the newest God of War, was really good. Like I loved the combat on it. Like the new, like the shoulder view instead of the top down view is, I feel like, a lot better for the modern day take on the game.
I've never played God of War, so.
Damn.
That's a PlayStation exclusive, bud.
Yeah, I played like the first 3 games on the PS2, and then I got the one on the PS4, and that shit slapped. I have it. You could play it at my house.
Sure. I'll come over tomorrow. It'll be a big fun day. You can watch me go ahead and play God of War, and we can watch Rick and Morty and fucking, eat tacos or some shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But you wish you were here, Eli.
Yeah.
Gotta get your ass over here to buy a plane ticket.
Bro, I have made $0 since I moved to Ohio. You think I can afford a plane ticket?
You know what? Same. I've made $0 since I've moved to Sacramento. I need to go ahead and start making money.
Yeah, I got a phone call from the place that I've been trying to get hired at today, and they basically called me and they were like, "Yeah, your background check's just gonna take a couple more weeks." I'm like, dude, it's been a month already.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Maybe you should try and get hired onto like maybe a different place in the meantime and see which one hires you on first.
Bro, work has been stressing me
Yeah,
out.
but no other place that I find is going to be paying as much as this place is, so there's no point.
How much is this place paying?
Fucking 22.30 an hour.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, for Ohio, that's great. That's like $30 an hour in California.
Yeah. And that is really good. Like, I'm not gonna be making that much money, but you know, that's cool. I don't think Dexter is ever gonna make that much money. Being a, huh?
I don't plan on it now. I'd
You
rather just.
gotta, you gotta work at the casino until you graduate college, and then you gotta go and be an art teacher.
Yeah, I'll be a broke person for my entire life. I'll die with $0 in my bank account, but I'll be happy and fulfilled.
Makes sense.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you know, I guess it's better to be broken, fulfilled than it is to be rich and, you know, disappointed.
Yeah, I'm a happy person. I have no reason to be pissed off at life except for when there is a reason. But
So you don't get pissed off at life, except for whenever you do get pissed off at life.
then it goes away. I'm a happy person. That didn't make sense now, did it?
Not entirely, but you know, I get the gist. It's still cool though. Oh fuck. Damn.
What's a game we could all play online together? You guys have Xboxes?
Yeah.
Oh, I have Switch and a PlayStation. I'm just not even on the right level.
Not on the right platform. The only game that I can think of that's cross-platform is Call of Duty.
Call of Duty or Fortnite. We could all play Paladins. I don't know if you guys ever play that.
No, I've never played Paladins.
I wish I had a PC. There's this new game I want to try out. It's not new. It's an old game. It's called Project Zomboid, and it's on Steam. And it's like this realistic zombie survival game. But I want to try it. It looks cool, and it's multiplayer too.
If you had a PC, you would be able to go ahead and play Astra Neo together.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, Astra Neo's fun. Man. Like, it is also cross-platform between PC and Xbox.
PlayStation just does not play along with everybody.
Yeah.
No, they
Well,
do not.
Xbox and Microsoft, like, it's the same thing. PC and Xbox are made by the same person, so.
Ah,
Yeah.
so Microsoft just kind of has a monopoly over that.
Kind of.
Kind of.
A couple years ago, they ran a statistic.
We could play Fall Guys. We could all play Fall Guys.
That
Is
could be
that
fun.
cross-platform?
Yeah, it's on the Epic Game server, so.
Hey, you know, we probably don't even need to if I just go ahead and set up my Xbox at Daxter's house, and we could just go ahead and play there.
Oh yeah, want to play Rainbow Six with me, Eli?
No.
Damn.
I don't
Yeah,
play
Dylan
Rainbow
wants
Six
him.
Siege.
Dylan wants him to play Rainbow Six for some reason.
I mean, it's an alright game. Like, I have it. I just don't play it.
Ah, okay.
And we can all play Terraria together.
No.
Is Terraria online?
You can,
yeah.
That
Terraria, I love Terraria. Terraria was a great game.
I have not touched it. I don't know anything about that game. I thought it was
is
just
great.
Minecraft.
I will have to show you
It's
Terraria.
2D Minecraft.
But better.
Is it really better?
There's more in it, so much more. Like,
You can go to
like
hell.
Minecraft is catching up to Terraria because they stopped adding shit to Terraria a long time ago. And with the is Minecraft actually putting out like an ultimate dimension? Like, are they doing the Aether or whatever it's called?
I have no idea.
Like, but Minecraft's starting to catch up to the amount of shit that Terraria has. It's still not the same.
Oh yeah, Terraria is 2D.
Yeah, I mean, like I like it. I just don't ever have enough people to play it with. So, one day, I'll just have to go ahead and show Daxter, and then he can go ahead and be in awe with the big trees that has in it.
I'll check it out. Kelsey wants me to get Animal Crossing, but I cannot justify spending $60 on a game that I'm not gonna enjoy. I know for a fact I'm never gonna like Animal Crossing. It's slow. It's not. There's nothing to do other than like decorate an entire village, and that sounds monotonous.
Yeah, you kind of just take care of your island.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend $60 to do that. And like for some reason the game like doesn't let you have multiple accounts. It's one game per Switch, one island per entire console. If you want a new file,
It's
you
per
have to
console.
Yeah, it's one island per console. If you have it's say if I have on my Switch, I start a game up as Dax. And then I start a new game. I try to start a new game as like Dylan or something. It'll take Dylan to my island that I started as Dax, and it won't even give him a choice. It'll give Dylan a choice to delete my island and then restart everything for the entire console. Which, you know what? That's retarded. That is stupid. Why the fuck? I don't know. That just seems shitty. If I wanted to restart or try something new to experiment, I had to delete everything that I put like this potential years and years of effort into in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, I've never played a single Animal Crossing game before in my life.
I've played every single Animal Crossing.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And is the game just really you walk around and decorate your village doing monotonous tasks?
I mean, yeah.
That's unfortunate. How is that a game? Still outside.
It's like Stardew Valley. People enjoy that game. It's basically the same fucking thing.
Okay, but Stardew Valley, you're like a farmer and shit. And
You
like,
can be a
sell your
farmer in
crops.
this. You can be a farmer in Animal Crossing.
And how much can you farm?
Oh,
Well, I want to go ahead and cover my entire island with corn.
I mean, you could do that.
Not the juice. I mean, if so, maybe.
I don't know. There's kind of like a storyline to it, I guess, a little bit.
Oh, I guess I'll just have to figure it out. If I ever decide to go ahead and play a game of Animal Crossing, that's probably only ever going to happen if I borrow someone else's Switch. I'm not ever going to go ahead and buy it. And Daxter, I don't recommend you do either.
I'm not going to.
I want to get a fucking Oculus.
That sounds cool.
Aren't they like $600?
No, for the Quest 2, it's like $350 right now.
That's not terrible.
And that's for the one with more storage. There's a cheaper one that's like, fuck, $200.
I Quest every once in a while, and that thing is crazy. Like it's fucking weird.
My roommate in Pennsylvania had an Oculus, and it was really fun and a really good workout going and playing some of the games. But like, there's not a whole lot to do. It's not like the games are super advanced yet. Like, the most advanced game you have one that's probably like super hot.
There's a
And so
battle
other than that,
royale
it's
in
like
it
you got
now.
like the Urchas with magic. Yeah, like no, there like cool stuff. There's cool stuff in it, but it's like a lot of the games in there are like really bare bones.
Yeah.
And so I'm not like a super fan of that. I'm waiting until the Oculus goes and becomes more advanced to the point where it's like you're actually like looking into a video game.
Yeah.
I
Some
agree.
like Ready Player One type shit.
Yeah,
Where there's like
that's what I
full
want
on
to wait for.
suits and omnidirectional treadmills and fucking
Yeah,
shit like
if we could
that.
have like Omni and then like get like fucking things that will go ahead and act as like weapons or whatnot, like placeholders just around you. So like you can go through your inventory and then like pick up a rifle from the treadmill and then it'd be like, oh, you equipped a your rifle.
That
Like,
would be
I think
cool.
that would be very cool. Like, I don't know. Like, but that's just me.
I don't know. I'm ready to see how realistic they can get with these video games.
Yeah, they haven't really been trying to see how realistic they could get with the Oculus. Or like, yeah, with VR. They've just been kind of trying to like get as much content in them in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, and then they're probably gonna see how real they can get. And best they could do is like get like a 3D picture, or like a 360 picture, and then put you in that.
I mean,
So,
I with
what?
Oculus, it's just kind of like the best option to make it look as realistic as possible is to just film whatever you're looking at and then put it in the 360 degrees camera. Like whenever you're looking at like videos underneath the ocean with the Oculus on, it's pretty cool. It's like you actually feel like you should be holding your breath sometimes.
There are like
Yeah,
360 videos on YouTube. I bet if you watch those on the Oculus, it'd be pretty cool.
and
Yeah.
Pornhub.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Dude, there was this one time the teacher went and gave us all makeshift Oculuses in class, and it was like senior year, and they were connected to the internet, and this kid in front of me was like, damn, the inside of this mouth is so weird. And then he went and showed me his Oculus, and I looked inside of it, and it was some VR porn.
Oh no.
And I just started fucking laughing. Like, I fucking died. Like, that was a bizarre experience, to go on the inside of the stomach, explore, the digestive system. Yeah, I think he had the wrong video though, so
Yeah.
it's still hilarious. Like,
Well, it's a weird place to be watching VR porn, but you know,
yeah, no
do what you want
class.
to do, man.
Just don't mind me, just gotta start stroking my shit here. Teachers all fucking, what the shit are you doing? Damn.
All right. Well, I think that's where we're gonna leave it for this episode.
Yeah, we've
All
been
right.
talking for like 40 minutes. It's good.
It's been like an
Good
hour.
day.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay,
Thank
anyway,
you
thank you
for-
guys for watching episode 9 of the Heck Shid podcast. Yeah. See you guys
Yeah.
next time.
Maybe next
Yeah.
time we'll actual plot.